Hi, welcome to In-Car Reviews, where we like to review movies. Today, it's Transformers, Age of Extinction.
Did you like that transformation noise they did with no, in the freaking movie with freaking Galvatron? No. Lockdown.
Are you talking about
the first one when he transformed
when he was like
off camera?
Yeah, and it was like bam, bam, bam. Did you hear me laugh at it?
Yeah, we both did.
Yeah.
What is that? What was that?
Oh. And that pretty much describes the movie. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, pretty much. What do you want us to say, guys?
Seriously.
It's a fucking Transformers movie. Just like the other three. Except for I feel like it was kind of missing a little bit more personality that the other one had with Shia LaBeouf and his family and all those kind of funny characters. Mm-hmm. There are other funny characters, but there was definitely not as much comedy at all.
It seemed like
there was just one funny character that I can think of off the top of my head, and then another one that was trying too hard.
Yeah.
And
are you talking about Mark Wahlberg? Trying too hard?
No, I didn't count him as a funny character.
Oh, no, I mean, because he delivered
he was
some
just Mark
funny
Wahlberg.
lines.
I liked Mark Wahlberg for the most part in it. He had kind of an interesting role.
But it could be because of the writing. Mark Wahlberg was like Mark Wahlberg.
Is and everything else, pretty much. I liked his role a little bit because it was kind of out of the norm for what he does. He was like a nerd, like a tech nerd, and he's not normally that guy. He was still totally Marky Mark, because then he had Marky Mark in the Funky Bunch moments where he's like, say hello to your mother for me, I'll beat your ass. What, you want me to beat your ass? Don't ever talk to him like that again.
Yeah.
Cool. I liked seeing him have kids, a daughter mostly, and I liked seeing him play like a protective dad. Although I feel like it dropped off after the first 40 minutes of the movie. He just didn't seem like a dad to me anymore. Which is weird because he totally had other moments in there. I didn't like it as much, and I didn't see it as much. Yeah, I didn't feel it as much as I did in like the first 40 minutes to an hour. I was like, okay, this is kind of cool, and then the whole movie just changed after that to me. After the first hour, I was like, back to the norm. Because he was kind of going in a promising place in a way. It was going in a direction a little bit better than what I was expecting, and then it just turned into what I expected for the last 5 hours of the movie.
Yeah. That movie suffers from too much. It's too long, too much. God, I just thought of this.
Everything.
Yeah, pretty much too much everything.
Too many characters, too many explosions.
And as the movie went along, I was like, I don't mind this movie. I mean, it's so far it's better than and then it was like. So
you just like me then? It kind of had.
If it had been shorter, I could have been like, okay, well that was good. Or that was, good enough compared to, other Transformers movies. I like the first Transformers movie, but this one just, I don't know. It's just following the same.
I guess four of the same thing is bad.
There were parts that I was like, yeah, that's cool. But then, I don't know if the length made it seem that, the last half of the movie just wasn't cool, because I was like, I just don't think this part needs to be in here, But had I seen that in its own movie, like you were telling me last night, you thought that the movie should be two movies, and I totally agree with that. They could change some stuff around to make it make more sense, but honestly, the first half of the movie could have been one movie.
You can also tell in just the way that the movie is shot that it should have been two movies, because everything is rushed into and out 2 hours and for 40-ish minutes.
Yeah.
The scenes don't go on for very long. They're constantly chopping really fast and going to other places around. Dude, they went around the world and they never showed it. And so it could have actually made the movie better had they made it into two by lengthening the scenes out. The whole intro that was good could have still been lengthened out still.
Yeah.
And I normally don't okay, let's go, let's do this. But they could have settled down at the farm a little bit more. They could have done more of that and had that just be the first part, or the fourth movie could just be mostly at the farm. Shit hits the fan halfway through. a little bit more of a middle thing happens after the farm, and then a conclusion. Boom, done. And then the next movie could have been the whole other thing.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you what the story was, really.
I really couldn't either. I mean, it's a Transformers movie.
like,
you don't really need to know a whole lot. There's just a bounty hunter Transformer that's working with a new government faction that's going out and hunting down every single Transformer, either Autobot or Decepticon, and killing them because they don't want them on their planet anymore. Because either one of them does is create trouble in the government faction's eyes. So they enforced a new act to hunt down all the things after the third movie, the incident that happened in Chicago. They decided to hunt them all down. The acting, what do you think of the acting? Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, I'm just gonna say one. There were some parts that didn't bother me. Some parts I was like, what? Ew.
Yeah. There was I want to say there was less parts where the other movies had the stank comedy, just like really, really, really retarded and cheesy. So, I mean, this movie just didn't have a lot of either. I mean, it had its stank moments, it had its okay funny moments, and then it had some just blah comedy that was just not laughable, but in your head you're kind of like, okay. Some bad acting from the girl, the Mark Wahlberg's daughter, but then she was alright at acting sometimes. She was just kind of hit and miss. Her boyfriend was garbage. There's a guy, he's off a lot of movies, The Hunger Games. He always plays that like snake in the grass weasel guy. He had a shaved head with the glasses, the fancy pants guy. He was pretty good in it. I liked him. You'll know once he's in it. I don't know. Don't go see it. I wouldn't go see it in the theater. Netflix it, or some other means where it doesn't cost a ton of money. You know, maybe go see it at where it's like $1, $2 theater, $3 theater, whatever, a really cheap theater where it comes out in that theater a couple weeks after normal theaters. So that's what I'd recommend. I'll give it a 7 out of 10 Galvatron heads.
What did I say? Don't go see it. It was a waste of my time.
Oh, yeah, right.
An hour. If it had been shorter, I would have been fine seeing it. But I don't. So if you like the other ones, I mean, I'm sure you'll like this one.
Totally. Because I like the other ones.
But don't go thinking it's going to be different. Because it's definitely not.
Or shorter. All right, guys. Do you want to look at my butt?
You know what my favorite part was? When they were like inside the cars, when they like transformed or whatever. Not transformed, but
scanned?
like when they scanned the other car and they're like,
Whoa! That was awesome! That was her boyfriend said. That's what her boyfriend said, yeah. Whoa! I know that was weird, but that was awesome, right? I was like, shut
our ball worker was like, I'm not ready to talk to you yet.
Shut up. I'm gonna give you another secret. Listen, you hear me? You ever aim that gun at me again, you are dead. You hear me? You are dead. Somebody ordered another for me. Sorry. Whoa, that was awesome! That was awesome, right? Alcohol's in the thing, nice and neat. Now, keep going a little bit. Dude, fuck you. Okay, crouch, hold up. How do you crouch?
It's my fault. I died.
Because I'm running into bullets or something.
Yeah, having to retry a part so many times. There were a couple times that I was like, God, and then I turn off the game.
Whoa, that was awesome! That was awesome, right?